What's up, everybody? Welcome to NASCAR Fantasy Live, the show that helps you dominate your fantasy league. I'm Alan Cavanna alongside Amy Long. And Amy, I got to brag again for the second week in a row. Remember last week, if you watched, I told you to pick Martin Truex Jr. in Richmond. And what'd he do? He went out and he won the race. That was the second week in a row I picked the winner. So I'm still kind of riding high, and I am certainly looking forward to this week. How'd you do?
I can only imagine the dance celebrations in your living room too. 2 weeks in a row, Alan, you're on a roll. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to Martin, and congratulations to the 56% of fantasy players that had the 19 on their lineups. My top pick, Kyle Busch, had a top 10, but it's the bonus picks, the overall manufacturer, the winning team that keep showing up for me. I'd say it was a successful weekend. Now, onward. This weekend, the elimination race for the NASCAR Cup Series will be dueled out at the last Coliseum in the Thunder Valley. Joey Logano won the inaugural Food City Dirt Race at Bristol earlier this season. And while this weekend we're back to concrete, the 2018 NASCAR Cup Series champ is still one of the very best at the world's fastest half mile. Earlier this week, he says he knows every point's going to matter in the playoffs and he plans to maximize his night. This is definitely going to translate into fantasy points. I'm saying the number 22 will dominate, and his odds to win this weekend are 10-1. He's for sure on my lineup. Who do you got head to head, Alan?
Yeah, we're going head to head here because you're taking the 22. I'm taking his rival, the Candyman, Kyle Busch. Amy, I'm just trying not to overthink this one, right? It's Kyle Busch at Bristol. He is an 8-time winner at this track. Why not go with Kyle Busch, right? I mean, the Gibbs cars have gotten out of the playoff gate so hot, winning 2 in a row. Kyle Busch was fast last week in Richmond, but had that penalty. I know they're not exactly the same track, but again, I'm just trying not to overthink it. Kyle Busch at Bristol, an excellent use of one of his precious 5 starts. I'm rolling with the Candyman. All right, that's who we should start. Let's talk about some drivers we may want to stay away from, Amy. Last week, I said pick Martin Truex Jr. at Richmond. He went out and won the race. This week, I'm saying stay away from the 19 car. Leave him off your team. Listen to this stat, Amy. It was unbelievable to me. In the last 9 years, Martin Truex Jr. has won top 10 at Bristol. I couldn't believe it. But looking at those numbers and looking at the past record here for the 19 car at Bristol, I'm just keeping him off my team. I'm saving him for another week because you know he will be fast. Stay away from Truex, Amy.
Way to dig for those stats, Alan. All right, I'm going to sit out the number 24 this weekend. In William Byron's last 5 starts at Bristol Motor Speedway, he has an average start of 11.2 and an average finish of 21.2. He has 1 top 10, but he's led 0 laps. Not really sure what's going on with the 24 team in the last 5 races of this season. His average finish is 25.2. He's below the elimination line headed into the weekend, and his odds to win this weekend are 20-1. All right, those are our gladiators for the weekend and the ones we're going to sit out. So let's talk some Hail Marys, Alan. Kurt Busch just might deliver my most favorite post-win interview ever, and I think there's a really good chance that we might witness another one this weekend. In his last 5 starts at Bristol on concrete, he has 1 win, which came under the lights in 2018, and 4 top 10s. His average start in those last 5 Bristol starts is a 13 with an average finish of 6.8. So this is a no-brainer for me. This playoff contender is definitely on my list, and his odds to win this weekend are 16-1.
Nice. Well, you want to talk true Hail Marys? I think this is one of the last weeks of the year. You should consider starting Daytona 500 winner Michael McDowell. Yeah, we know where he is in points right now, but he still has a path to advance in the playoffs, but he's going to need all the points he can get, right? So that means he will be strategizing around getting all the stage points, and those points mean your team get points as well. But also look toward last year. If you look at points scored at Bristol, he was 11th, which is pretty good. It was better than Denny Hamlin, better than Martin Truex Jr., better than a lot of the other playoff drivers. So you should consider a Michael McDowell start, probably one of the last times you would want to do so this season. I think he's got a Hail Mary shot. So that's who to start, who to stay away from, maybe some Hail Mary picks that'll get you some points. But don't forget about the bonus points, Amy. They can really help out your team. I picked the JGR Toyota overall to win the race, of course, but you can still pick the top Ford finisher. For me, I think that'll be Kevin Harvick. I hope it gets me some points.
Oh, house divided, Alan. You know my top Ford finisher's got to be Joey Logano, but I am locking in Chase Elliott as my overall Chevrolet finisher.
Good stuff. All right, that's your team. We want to hear from everybody out there, though. Give your team a shout out. Let us know. Tweet it to us using the hashtag Fantasy Live. We love going back and forth about who to start, who to sit, all that stuff. But make sure you set that lineup Saturday night.
And tune in to the first Cup Series playoff elimination race of the season, the Bristol Night Race, this Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on NBCSN. For Alan Cavanna, I'm Amy Long. Good luck.